Hi, I'm Senator Derek Kilmer from the 26th Legislative District, which stretches from the Tacoma Narrows Bridge to downtown Bremerton. Welcome to my first video update of the new year. In this update, I want to give you a broad overview of some of the issues we'll be grappling with this legislative session. The legislature has convened its 60-day session, and with our state economy bottom feeding at historic lows, there's lots of work to do. Over the next 2 months, we'll be focusing on things we can do to spur job creation, improve our business climate, and help get laid-off workers retrained for new jobs. With people out of work, incomes declining, and consumer confidence lagging, state revenues have also plummeted. That's ripped another hole into our state budget and will force us to make more difficult decisions about how to bring it back into balance once again. You may remember we faced a major budget shortfall last year and managed to balance the budget without raising taxes. It wasn't easy, but after a lot of hard work and some help from the federal government, we got there. You can expect the legislature will once again turn to major budget reductions to rebalance our budget. I'll have a more in-depth look at the budget in a future update. But ultimately, the real solution to our budget problems will only be solved by a stronger economy. And that's why job creation and job retention is my top priority during this session of the legislature. That's particularly true when it comes to supporting small businesses, which are going to provide most of the new jobs that will get our people working, generating income and spending money once again. In the coming weeks, I'll be telling you more about what I'm working on this session to bolster our economy, help keep the jobs we have, and spur the creation of new jobs. Transportation will be another major priority of mine this session. I'm working on proposals to forgive our state loan used to operate the Tacoma Narrows Bridge before it opened to toll payers. That could head off new toll increases because any new dollar not spent is one less dollar you and I will owe in tolls. I'll also be fighting to make ferry operations more efficient, get a new 144-car vessel built sooner rather than later, and get a new route development plan for Highway 302 finished. That would tee it up for construction funding when funding becomes available. Lastly, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention a special priority of mine to help our veterans and service members. I've heard from some Guard members and reservists who've returned home from overseas and have struggled to restart their businesses. With that in mind, I've drafted a bill that will encourage state agencies to award 3% of goods and services contracts to businesses owned by veterans and service members. These are services that the state needs to acquire anyway, and I've always said that if you're going to sacrifice so much to protect all of us by serving in the armed forces, then we should have your back. This is one small thing we can do. We'll touch on more issues in greater detail in future updates, but for now, I just want to encourage you to participate as the legislature sets out this session to make many difficult decisions. I encourage you to call the legislative hotline, to leave a message for me or for the governor, or just send me an email. When you participate, you make democracy work better. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you next week for another update. It's an honor to serve you.